Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome, everybody. It is good to be back, baby.
We are once again in the house. Two boy puppers in
Who'd
the
have
house.
thought?
Finally back in business.
It's been fucking
We've done
weeks,
this too
boy.
many times, said that we're back because we take too many breaks. But we had a couple of weeks break.
Who cares? We're back.
That's right. We
Does it
needed
matter
the
where
break.
we were? We're here now.
We needed what they would call in the business necessary respite, otherwise known as rehab. We had a good time away.
did need rehab.
We hung out. We just relaxed. I think we were settling into work as well. You know,
It was also
work's been pretty hectic.
issues
lately.
with our own creative minds, but
That's
you know,
right,
Who
you know.
cares? Here we are.
Shit
That's what
happens.
matters. It's good. It's really good to see you, man.
We've got a beer for each other.
I'm happy as to see you today.
Yeah, I am really happy to see
I've
you.
missed you, even though I saw you on Wednesday.
Mate, you're
It
a
feels like
star.
ages. Huh?
You're a star.
Oh, I thought you said a scar.
Yeah, you're a
I'm
dark
mentally
scar on my
scarred.
soul.
I've missed
Makes
you,
it hard
man.
to know
I've
you.
missed
All right,
you.
I'm going to open this up.
Can I say something quickly?
Okay, go. Do you want me to
Um,
open this first or?
No, go ahead.
Alright.
I wanted to say, so yesterday was Valentine's Day.
This is for you.
Oh, thank you. This is
Yeah,
how I win.
See how sweet.
Thank you. Oh, you can have this one.
Use a coaster, please. You
I
disgusting.
didn't fucking I didn't
No,
been
just kidding.
given one.
There's one over there.
Oh, okay. He's made a twat out of me.
I really have. Anyway.
It
go
was Valentine's Day yesterday. Yes.
Yes.
I have a hot.
My pal.
take.
Valentine's. Okay, go. You.
I
hit us
think.
with it.
I think Valentine's Day is bad for mental health.
Yeah,
Because I felt like shit
Not that
yesterday.
controversial, I must say.
All right. I did. I've never heard of Valentine's Day, and Dan
You did-
said to me yesterday. I sent him a picture of me and my best mate. Obviously, Dan knows Mitchell. You know.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, happy Valentine's Day." And I was like, "Bro, I knew Galentine's Day. I didn't know
Yeah.
Valentine's Day."
There needs to be a little.
There does need to be
a
one.
day for the pals.
Yeah.
You know, there's a day for the a day for the
Mate, it
gals
was
and a
pretty gay.
day for the pals.
No, but like you're right. It was Valentine's Day. I think
Yeah,
we were both single, so we had no one to see
that's
or
right.
give cards to. I send out Valentine's to people just as like
Yeah,
a joke.
happy
I sent you
Valentine's.
you're
I
a pillion that's
choose
never split.
you.
Did I send you that as well?
I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I sent it to a few people just as a joke.
Connor's a sweetheart.
So-
You know, he's a romantic at heart. So
I
that's
am. I'm a producer and a romantic at heart.
there was Valentine's Day yesterday. It was a lovely day full of love. But I think you're right
It
that
sucks
for
your mental
those who
health.
don't have, who aren't in a relationship, it's kind of in your face and it's kind of unavoidable. I don't like Valentine's Day from another perspective as well. I think it's just so stupidly consumeristic. Like it really,
That's literally what it is.
yeah, it's
It
really,
is
it
that.
just, it forces you to spend money and like makes, and dude, you know, everything's getting upcharged, like the Valentine's dinners and all
Yeah.
that shit. I didn't go on any of
Your
that
normal
stuff.
dinner
but-
would be like, right, start.
and it's like, hey, look, we know that love is dead, and you guys probably never see each other during the year. So why don't you have one day where you make an effort?
The
you know?
worst people
It makes people lazy.
are the people who post on Facebook about how much they love their partner.
Oh my god,
That-
give me a fucking
that
break,
grinds my gears.
guys. Just go just fuck off. Don't even get a room.
I just
fuck
don't
off.
think I hated yesterday for so many reasons. It really hit home for me. And then when I did have my pal over, we even had a bit of an argument.
Oh.
So
Well, don't worry, most
And
couples did as well.
yeah, that's the
I'm
thing.
sure.
I literally did feel like, I've realized recently relationships with your friends and your partner, they're very similar, you know,
Yes,
because
that's
it's a
right.
relationship regardless. And I feel like I had an argument yesterday with Mitchell, which I can't get into if I wanted to. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Right,
The
yeah.
issue from a few weeks ago.
Oh
and
dear.
Sorry. He just changed the buttons with his beer. That was hilarious. You know, I said to him, this is how the argument started. I said, I don't have an issue with what you said. I have an issue with the way you said it.
Oh god.
Now that is a
That is a relationship argument.
that is a relationship
for the
argument.
ages.
So if I
Jesus.
had many issues with yesterday, we're fine now, I guess. But the problem is when you're drinking, you get on those topics, and I don't like to have those conversations drunk.
Well, you know, we
They
went
do happen.
on a.
Yeah, where did you go?
So we went on what was called a cabaret pub crawl last
Ooh.
night. Yeah, it was okay.
Oh, what?
Here's
I'm
my
fucking
theory. So
confused.
cabaret is like you go and you get the burlesque dancers and they,
Daniel,
you know, they
Anthony,
can you do the you know, that kind of thing, and it's all the girls and then, you know.
where are their partners? That's what I want to know.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. The pub crawl itself was pretty fun.
Here's
Basically,
the dildo.
you go to one place and then there's a host, like an MC, and he does a monologue at each place, like a comedy.
How many people are in love tonight?
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah. How many people are looking for love tonight?
It's louder.
And so we started at one place and we went to about like 4 different pubs. It was really fun.
Was it in Leaderville?
No, it was in the city. Yeah, we started at the
okay.
Court and then, went
Okay.
to a couple of different places.
Okay.
Started at the Court, ended at Connections. So
The gay
from
clubs.
gay bar to gay bar. But
Was everyone a gay bar or?
nah, the ones in the middle. We went to Brass Monkey at one point. Nice little
The brass.
local bar. Anyway,
You were getting
so
flashbacks when we went.
he did the classic crowd work and he was asking and he pointed some chick out and he was like, so, you're
Bet
having a
you're not
good
single.
time tonight, ma'am? And she was like, yeah. And she goes, are you single or in a relationship? She goes, I'm married. And so he goes, and is that your husband? And she goes, no, he's at home with the kids. So she had left her husband at home with the kids on Valentine's Day. So she could go out and have a bloody pub crawl.
So she's like, for Valentine's Day, I want to be left alone. You stay at home.
And then
with the
he
kids
spoke
I'll
to
go
another
out.
woman who had done the same thing. So literally, and they weren't even with each other in the same group.
She's like, I feel you, girl.
yeah, but yeah.
Like men suck.
Multiple girls had left, or women had left their husband at home to
So the
come
part of
out.
Valentine's Day is to not be with your partner so
Yeah,
they can leave you the
exactly.
fuck alone and not just spend zero time
Babe,
with
if you want to do something nice for me, just stay away from me.
I literally, I just want to at least once spend Valentine's Day with someone. I swear, last year when I was seeing someone, she didn't celebrate Valentine's Day because it was the same day as her sister's birthday. So
that's
when I
always hard.
was seeing someone, they were reluctant to not even celebrate Valentine's Day. And that pissed me off. So now that I thought, maybe a year later, I'll be with someone or still be the same person, they'll want to celebrate it. No. Yes, they sucked. Work sucked. My mental state sucked. I had my mate over. It annoyed me because I picked him up from the train station, Mitchell, and he didn't tell me he had gone to the pub prior.
Oh.
So he
Already a
had
bit
6
buzzed.
pints.
Oh.
6 pints, and he hadn't eaten. And I said, that's the equivalent of 12 pints. So,
When you haven't eaten.
and I went home, and I was literally down in beers to try and catch up. And it just was not. What a terrible Valentine's Day. I'm glad you had fun, though. You came back semi-early. You were on the train
Yeah, we
by
actually,
12.
no, that's right. We didn't come back that late. And then what was so weird on the train back,
Oh, Peroni.
so all my friends,
Oh, God.
you don't like the Italiano beer?
Oh, it's disgusting.
Peroni Nastro Azzurro.
But thank you for giving me one. I should
That's
be.
all right.
I should.
That's
be
all I
less-
had in the
less of a
fridge. Oh, I
cunt.
do have, we got Smirnoff Ice, but, we
Anything's-
reserved that
anything-
for the,
Anything's better than Peroni.
we reserved that for the special guests. But,
Oh, Aiden.
so on the way back on the train, we were taking the train home and all my friends were sat in
Oh, you
train
went as a
seats,
group to
and there
this
was-
thing?
Yeah, it was me,
Okay.
Kath, and Ash, Hayden, James, Tinker. The whole couple,
The
group.
crew.
And we were there, and on the way back, after the whole night was said and done, there was this guy on the train, and
Uh-oh.
all of them were sat, but there wasn't a space for me to sit as well. So I was standing just like a few feet away, and this guy kind of starts talking to me. Well, I'm like, hey, how
Uh-oh.
you going, mate? You're right. And he was just a bit weird, and I was talking, and I really don't remember how this happened, and I was not trying to make fun of him, but he was like, oh, I'm a musician, and he gave me a card.
Oh God, you pissed
Literally,
him off, didn't you?
no, I didn't piss him off.
Okay.
He gave me a card that had like I don't have it on me, but it had his like single. He had just released a new musical single,
Oh, I can't
and I
wait to
must
hear
say
that.
it was quite a high quality card for as far as cards goes. And he was trying to like plug his band and stuff. And
Wouldn't
then
it be so big?
basically he's like, "Do you want me to sing you some?"
No.
And
fuck?
I said to, and it was that time in the night where no one's saying anything on the train, where everyone's just kind of sitting. And so no one else was talking and everyone was kind of not meaning to, but like watching us talk. And then I tried to, I don't remember much, but I think I tried to say to him, "Oh, that's all right, man. I'll
And he just
check it
started
out myself."
serenading you.
And he just started singing to me. And I was standing there like, this is great. Sure.
Was he trying to make one of those like viral videos where like you see
I
there's
don't
people on the
know.
train singing, everyone starts dancing?
I have no idea.
Wait, so did he sing for like a minute or something?
Yeah, he sang his full song, and I was
The
just
full song. It was like
I
3
guess
minutes.
so, yeah. And I was like,
So you just sat the whole time like,
I was just standing, and I
the fuck?
swear to
Are
God,
you
I was
serious?
trying so hard to
Not to
hold
laugh?
back my laughing because I felt bad for the guy. I wasn't trying to make fun of him. You know, I get
Yeah,
it.
but the best
You're an
part
artist.
about promoting yourself is not pushing it down the consumer's throat.
Exactly. I was like, all right, you've given me the card. That's a nice bit of advertising. Good on you. And then you just
That's like us going to people and being like, "Oh, I've got a podcast. Maybe you should sit down and watch the full
And I
1 hour
kind of-
episode." Like, fuck off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah.
don't do that.
Let me play
shit.
it for you. In
Yeah,
front
let
of
me
you.
just put the whole podcast on for you and you can watch it.
And I was kind of looking around, and I was like, you know, I could see every single person on the train was
Just
like,
like, how old was he?
it's the weirdest shit. He was like proper, like he was at least 25, like probably 30. So you know,
Let me
somewhere
guess. He had fucking long hair.
Yeah, bit of a bigger bloke.
Say, look at me. I'm like a fucking. I just know.
You call it. So that was a very interesting evening. But I must say it was pretty fun.
Well, at least you had a good side of it. You've never been one to ram it down people's throat, which I respect.
Ram
Like the
what?
whole Valentine's Day thing.
No. Well, look,
You
Kath
sent a
and
very
I are
sweet
lucky
message
enough-
to me yesterday. He was like, "It's just another day. You'll get through it."
that's right.
And you're like one of the only people who said it to me, and I really needed to hear that. So, as
I'm
per usual, you're
glad.
the best
Oh.
fucking mate I've ever had.
No, I'm glad because I wasn't sure if
Obviously-
you were gonna find that corny, but I'm glad that helped. So.
No, I really appreciate it, and I needed to hear it.
Look at me caring for my pal.
You know, like you know that, and I knew you would say that, and you still
But it
said
just
it,
feels
and
good
I
to
felt
hear.
really good
No,
about
I
it. So
agree,
I
I
needed to
agree.
hear that, and hey, I hate saying this, I always say it, but maybe next year. Every fucking year, I'm like, maybe next year.
Well, the thing is, you know, Kath and I are lucky enough that we go out enough that we don't really need a special day. We don't need an excuse to go out, if you get what I'm saying. Like
Why do
we
you
see
need
each
a day
other
to show
enough.
that you love your partner?
Yeah,
Don't just do it
exactly.
every day.
Why can't you just do something special on a fucking regular Saturday or a
Well, my
regular
parents are
Tuesday?
celebrating it tonight. They gone to the city and
Yeah, exactly. Well, and to be honest, it's probably better to do it not on the day because then you don't have all the fucking competition. You know what I mean?
man, you're a pillar that's never split.
Mm.
I generally want to send it to someone one day and actually mean it, not just send it to my mates as a joke.
You want someone who cares for your
Well, you know,
partner.
I actually, I'm not talking to someone, but I'm kind of just talking to someone casually.
Mm.
And I did send her that thing, but before I sent it, I'm like, I'm going to send something, but don't get freaked out because it's just a joke. Because it literally says you're a pill and it's never split, and it makes it
love
sound
it.
like I want to fucking stay with her forever. I've been talking to her for like 2 weeks. So don't freak out. It's just a cute little meme.
It's just a little nice.
You're a pill and it's never split. It's that little Simpsons
It's sweet.
card. And I always wanted to send it to someone, but I just haven't done it. But it is what it is.
Now, one thing that I'll
On your phone on the
might
show,
make you laugh.
disgusting.
No, I was trying to. I think someone took a video. I was trying to see if there was a video of the guy.
Oh,
singing
the guy
to me.
singing.
There was
Okay.
no video, but I did take a selfie on the way because just before the train was coming, me and James went to the toilet, and the train was coming in like 10 minutes. So we were kind of like, oh, you know, there was a little bit of a line, but you know, blokes go quickly, so we were like, all right, it's no biggie. So anyway, we finished the toilet. It was about 5 minutes till the train went, and we started going down. And when I got to the bottom of the escalator, you know, at the train station, I started walking, and I realized about 2 minutes in, I was like, oh, I'm walking the wrong way. I was going towards the Armadale line,
Oh, fuck.
and then I was like, whoop, I need to turn around and get to the actual train that I need to get
You're a
on.
drunk ass, hey?
And I even took a selfie to be like, hey guys, I'm on the way. And then I looked around, I was like, oh, wait, I'm
Where
going
the fuck am
completely
I?
the wrong way, yeah. But, you know, that's just drunk shenanigans. I always make myself my way home, so
I do have a bit of a
that's
silly
the
story,
Daniel A
Dan.
guarantee.
Bit of a city.
Well, let's get topical
get
first
topical,
before
go
the
on.
story. So
What is this, Dan?
topically, we talked about Valentine's Day. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's the big hoo-ha. There was also the Oscars recently.
oh, great.
We have to talk about it. We're film people. There's no escaping it, right?
What the fuck is the Oscars about?
The Oscars, I think, is a little bit like Valentine's Day in that it's overrated. It doesn't really mean much. It's for that kind of person who just feels like they need someone else to validate them and make them feel special. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. When filmmakers should feel special every day.
That's right, kids. Talking to myself. So basically, the big takeaway from the Oscars, Parasite won Best
Parasite,
Picture.
yeah.
Can't deny that. Well, I
Yep.
mean, it happened.
It was big that Taika won Best Adapted.
Yep, Taika Waititi, Best Adapted Screenplay.
Eminem showed up.
Yeah,
Was it
Eminem
17
performed,
years late?
which
16
was
years late?
really wacky.
Why
that
is
he just-
everyone saying that?
No, it was just random.
Can't Eminem just show up and
No, he can, but it's just that it's like he wasn't nominated for anything. He was just there.
no, he
like-
just showed up? I
look,
swear,
I
everyone's
get-
just like, why was he there? I'm like, bro,
No,
just be
okay.
excited he was.
I know he was there because, you know, it's sort of like, oh, the famous story. When he originally won an Oscar for
And he just
Lose
didn't give a
Yourself
fuck.
in the movie 8 Mile.
Yeah.
He didn't show up to the Oscars because he was at home
With
with his
Hailey.
kid or whatever.
Yeah.
And, you know, he didn't really care. So obviously 17 years later, he's like, fuck it. I'll finally I'll go to the
Do you think he has it though? Do you think someone gave him it?
Oh yeah, they would have. His producer or someone would have picked it up and given it to
He'd
him.
have been like,
Yeah, he would have been like, who cares? It's just a bloody.
it's like Ricky's like, mine's a doorstop. Like,
Yeah. What is this gold man that I've got just laying around? But
he just showed up. Good for him.
he showed up. And look, he sung "Lose Yourself." It's a good song. It's a nice tune. And
Last
it was
one that
fun.
won.
It was fun. Yeah, exactly. It's the winning song.
Well, imagine if he sung something that wasn't the winning song.
But I believe,
Like,
yeah,
the
no,
fuck?
he started singing like
So
a
he just
new
randomly
track.
showed up.
It's like, by the way, check out my album.
by the way, I just dropped a new album last fucking month. He sings like Darkness or some shit, and Scorsese's like,
Martin just doesn't get it.
you already look confused.
What's he singing about?
like-
Yeah, that's the thing. Martin Scorsese was like, what the fuck is going on?
It's these pretentious twats. Like,
But one thing I'll say that's good, Bong Joon-ho, who directed Parasite, won the best director for Parasite. But in his acceptance speech, I don't
And
know if you
best
saw
film.
this, he gave a shout out to Quentin Tarantino. He said, Quentin Tarantino's been a huge promoter of my movies. He's told many people he's been a big part of my success. So nicely shouted out Quentin Tarantino, fellow nominee. I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is fantastic.
I had a feeling it was going to win. Not because
I'm
I
glad-
felt like it deserved
and
it.
Brad
but-
Pitt won best
Brad Pitt
supporting
won,
actor.
yeah.
Very, very much deserved. I think he kills
but
it.
that was so obvious.
Yeah, no, that's
There
right.
was no way in hell he wasn't going to win.
I think the best way to describe, because Laura Dern won Best Actress as well for Marriage
Very well
Story,
deserved.
which is also a very good movie.
Yeah, I agree. She
And I
deserved
think
that.
the reason, and you've seen them both, I think the reason, or at least for the Best Supporting Actor and Actresses, in my opinion, is that they both play off their roles so effortlessly.
Mm-hmm,
Like Laura Dern just feels exactly who her character is, and Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
the
they both
exact
killed
same.
it.
They both don't even feel like they're acting at all.
Imagine-
in the best way possible.
Imagine being Leo, though. I'm sorry.
I
The
know,
lead
I
actor in the
feel
movie.
really bad
well,
for Leo
can you
DiCaprio.
call him the lead actor? I guess he kind of is.
The thing that's a bit
They
of
were
a shame,
both
like,
in it
okay,
the same. Like,
I obviously, I like Joker, and I think Joaquin Phoenix did a great job. He won Best Actor. And
sure did. That was so obvious as well.
well, that's the thing, is that, like, obviously I think Joaquin did a great job, but that character, that role, I'm not saying the movie's Oscar bait, but I'm just saying that character is a little bit Oscar
What,
bait-ish.
Once Upon a Time?
No, the Joker
Oh, okay.
as a character. You know what I mean? Heath Ledger won the
Well,
Oscar.
he already won for Joker. Yeah, I was going to say.
Joaquin
won
Phoenix.
Joker, yeah.
So it's you get the benefit of this character is very unique, very
What is it with playing the Joker and it being so like, ooh.
yeah, exactly.
might
That's
get
what
an
I mean.
Oscar.
So the role is kind of
It's
an
like,
Oscar
do it
bait
right
role,
and you might
so
get an Oscar.
it's a shame because Leo does really kill it in Once Upon a Time
does.
in Hollywood, and it's so funny because I think the older Leo gets, the more he's getting like his character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where he's sort of
That's why he was so good.
slipping
folks.
away into not being relevant anymore.
Problem is, he's so good that we've just got so used to him being great, and it's like now it's like, well,
Yeah,
Leo
but-
did another great performance. and
Leo doesn't need an Oscar though. I mean, he doesn't need. Well, he already
already
has
got
an Oscar.
one,
He doesn't need
so-
another Oscar. His contribution to cinema is incredible.
he never does a film and doesn't get nominated. Let's be fair. Like,
Yes.
he gets the recognition.
Oh yeah,
he
for sure,
needs.
for sure. And I mean, he's got the name recognition, full stop, and money. He's got shit ton of money. Leo's gonna be
How
just
many Oscars do you need?
no, exactly. So there was that. Joker won best,
Best
score.
score, yeah, I was
very,
gonna
very
say.
much deserved.
Love
I
that.
love that music.
That is a fantastic score.
Well, it was good enough music to improvise an entire scene.
Yep. Well, there you
through.
go.
So the Joker won
Todd.
best score. Parasite won best foreign film as well.
1917 got best cinematography.
1917 got best cinematography. Fair enough. I don't think you've seen 1917.
No, I need to see it.
It's a very good movie, and look, they do the whole one shot thing, and I think it's to really good effect because one thing I really like about it is that it focuses purely on, what it was like to be on the ground as a soldier. Do you know what I mean? A lot of war movies focus on the bigger picture, and I think it's good because it's important to see that and important to see, where the orders are coming from and the generals and all that stuff. But what was really nice about
love James
just
Scott.
focusing specifically on a soldier going through war is that you get that experience and you go, shit, war just fucking sucks. And it sucks because regardless of you have people making plans and, trying to fight battles and all this stuff, but the
Yeah.
people on the ground, the people who live it, they're the ones who get the shit,
War sucks and so do the Oscars. And I'm glad it's over for another year.
Equally. They've both done
That's it.
equal
I don't want
amounts
to hear
of
about.
damage.
I don't want to hear any more about any awards. All right, I just want to go and watch movies.
I agree. And look, the thing is that the thing with 1917, it was a good stylistic choice. The cinematography didn't particularly to me stand out in a way. I mean, there were a few shots that were really, really good, but cinematography is a hard category. So I'd say congratulations, 1917. Yeah.
Congrats to all the
Yeah.
nominees and winners.
What
We
one
love you all.
got? What got visual effects? Do you know?
Good.
Our photographic memory is
Sound
proving-
mixing was, I think, was sound mixing?
Oh, Ford v
Ford v
Ferrari?
Ferrari? Yeah.
What a dad movie.
Well,
by
at
the
least
way.
it got something.
Yeah, that is the movie by.
Didn't
For
1917
and
get
about-
editing?
I think it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Ford v Ferrari is literally by, for, and about dads. Like the entire fucking movie is
Leave
just
James alone, all
a
right?
dad movie. No, I mean, look, it's great. I love it, but it's so classic. Best visual effects. I was just curious. I believe it was 1917 that won it as well.
Do you know,
Against
I read,
Avengers Endgame and The Irishman. That's very.
I read the
that's quite
Avengers
controversial.
Endgame. It was something ridiculous. Like it was the only movie in the top 10 grossing of all time that didn't win an Oscar.
Oh, really?
So you know, how Endgame's like up there in the top
Yeah.
10.
So
biggest movies of
Endgame
all
didn't
time.
win any Oscars.
And it's the
Wow.
only movie in the top 10 grossing of all time that hasn't won an Oscar.
I mean, those
Because stuff
visual
like
effects are
Titanic
quite
and
insane.
Gone with the Wind
Yeah, of
and
course,
all
they
that
win at
shit
least
and
some
Avatar,
stuff.
they'd
Yeah.
all won something.
even if it's best made.
Isn't that interesting? It was so
That
it's the
is-
only one in the top 10 that hasn't won an
Wow.
Oscar. To
That's
be
really
fair,
interesting.
Marvel movies always get nominated for the effects. They never get nominated for anything else. Nor should they, I
I mean,
think.
yeah. Well,
Do they deserve it? No.
Yeah, no. I mean, look, they do
Oh,
push.
they do throw him a little bone. They're like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, I
mean-
guess he deserves. What can we give them? Effects.
Yeah, they push the
Yeah.
boundaries in visual effects, sure, but
Look, they're just fun. They're
yeah,
popcorn movies.
they are
Like,
roller coasters, as
Yeah.
Martin Scorsese, as the great Martin Scorsese would say.
I hate to say it, but Scorsese's right. No, I'm joking. I'm ripping the Scorsese of this fucking podcast.
No, Scorsese. Well, okay, I'll to finish off this Oscars chat, and then we'll get
Irishman
into
got
your story.
nothing.
Irishman got nothing, but I will say one time when Bong Joon
So
Ho
sorry.
was receiving, I think it was the best screenplay award. Basically, he was with I think his co-writer, and his co-writer said like, Bong used to say whatever, and she said some phrase, and then Bong took the mic and he was like, and the person who originally said that was Martin Scorsese.
Right.
So she quoted him, but that was actually a quote of Martin Scorsese.
Fine, yeah.
And look, credit to Bong Joon-ho. He actually said he gave the credit to Martin. The camera cut, and Martin was like, thank you.
Marty was like, when am I going to win it?
Yeah, Marty was like, don't
Give me something.
don't cut the camera to me if you're not going to give me
Yeah,
a.
don't
fucking
don't
award.
give me that shit.
I'm sorry. I love Brad, and I think Brad did a great job, but I just wish
What?
Joe Pesci got not even an Oscar, maybe just a BAFTA or a Golden Globe or
Man, he
something.
got nominated.
I know, but Joe fucking came out of retirement for this shit.
And he's coming back.
Yeah, I know. Joe
I ain't coming back again.
Joe Pesci comes out to do one movie, kills it,
Well,
and then just
Scorsese's-
goes and retires. again.
Scorsese's like already in pre-production for his next film. I'm sure Joe will have a part in it, at least.
I don't know. I think Joe was like,
Ah,
Marty,
Marty, come on.
I'll do one for you, but
Martin keeps knocking on his door like,
Marty,
When
leave
are
me
you gonna go
alone.
home?
Marty, come on.
I'm over it.
I gave you The Irishman. Jesus.
I'm only coming out for the next Home Alone movie.
Can't you cut the deleted scenes, make it a new movie?
Bro, if there's anything on the cutting room floor for The Irishman, then
Yeah, I know.
I'd like
I
to
don't think
see
there's
it.
a single
I
thing
think there's a
that
second of footage
they,
of it, like at the cutting room.
they used every
If
single.
there's deleted scenes on the Blu-ray, well, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what got cut.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, fucking
3.5 hours of just Joe Pesci fucking eating soup.
It's Joe Pesci. Yeah, it's Joe Pesci.
3.5 more hours of Joe Pesci just
Yeah, just free balling it, just
Fucking-
improvising.
yeah, just quivering his lip. So
Shaking my hand.
we've talked about the topical, Valentine's, Oscars. Now let's get personal. All right,
Yep.
give me a story. I believe you have a story to tell me. I
Yeah,
believe you have something.
I've got two.
brewing.
Now, I'll let you pick
Two?
first.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to hear?
I choose my own adventure.
Do you want to hear the male escort story, or do you want to hear the story about the old flame?
Tell me about your male escort
Okay.
experience, because this is very interesting. I will say, last night on the Cabaret pub crawl,
You saw a escort.
no, there was one of the shows. It was weird because they did two. There was a Cabaret pub crawl and a comedy pub crawl, and their one was just comedians. Our one was pretty much comedians, and then one like show where a chick danced and took some clothes off.
Comedians in bars drinking beer.
Yeah, pretty much. And she didn't even like. I'm not saying you have to get naked if you do a
Ooh.
burlesque show, but she just had a bigger sexy outfit and then took it off to reveal a smaller
smaller
sexy
sexy
outfit.
outfit.
And then that was it. Like
Oh,
she
she's
didn't
showing more skin.
really. She showed a bit more skin, but she didn't. I'm not saying you have to get naked. I'm just saying it wasn't.
We've been to enough strip clubs nowadays.
I was just expecting a bit more, maybe nipple tassels or something wild,
It's like, I'm not showing my full breast because you can't see my nipples.
It was more gone mild than gone wild.
That's the thing.
Let me just put it that way.
I saw this girl in a photo. She'd gone to a festival last week, and she was wearing like this see-through, like kind of like netted.
Around her tatties. Yeah.
Yes, it was like a bra which was netted, and then she was literally her breasts were like hanging.
Jesus.
But the only thing covering them were like
Did she
tape
have
around
like,
her nipples.
pasties? Yeah.
It's like an X around her nipples
Oh,
like
yeah.
that, and I was like,
That's the style these days.
I'm like, what? Who the fuck?
Yeah,
comes
I
up with
know.
this
It's like,
kind of
what
thing?
is
It's like,
going on?
Where can I look? Like, I swear.
It's
She
like
walked past
why
me. I don't
even
know where I
wear
look.
it's like why even wear a shirt? Like
Half the people who go to festivals are like fucking falling out of a spaceship. Like he's literally crashed.
oh dude,
and
they
walk out
they
and it's
literally look like aliens.
I'm like, bro, you're like you fucking ET's retarded brother. Like they fucking walked out of a crashed spaceship.
yeah, dude, festival clothes are fucking weird.
Do not ever expect me to do that when I eventually go to a festival.
You'll
which
just go probably the way you're dressed now.
I'd wear like a button shirt. Why do we
no
have to go
fishnet?
OTT? I don't need this in my life.
You don't want a space blanket like Chuck, you know?
Yeah, I'll have to. I don't like crowds. I swear, ever since fucking, like Billie Eilish, bless her, she dresses kind of like out there, and now every single like person
Yeah.
who goes to a
The thing
festival
is-
tries to dress up like her.
That's the thing. I'm like, obviously, you can dress how you want. And,
I
It
agree.
doesn't matter.
I
But
don't mean to be
the
a
thing
dick.
is, like
but-
Billie Eilish is a performer. She's dressing that way because she is performing. And
what's a
and-
good way to stand out?
Yes, exactly. She's standing out because she is offering like something special. But it's
Sorry,
like
am I being?
if
am
the
I being
entire
rude?
if the entire crowd looks whack as fuck,
Yeah, maybe
then
I'm-
what's the
am
point
I-
of looking on stage?
Am I
Like,
being too rude? I feel like
nah,
I'm in a weird mood.
you're like
I admit
Joe
it.
Pesci right now, and I'm Marty.
I'm
like,
just too old for this shit.
I'm like,
Stop
listen,
knocking on my door.
calm down, Joe.
You're like, yeah,
I'll leave you
you're Larry.
alone.
You're Larry King and I'm fucking Jerry. Alright, I'm sorry.
I'm saying.
Anyway, I went to a like you went to a show yesterday. I went to see Jack Whitehall on Tuesday
Oh,
with
yes.
my sister. I've
Comedian.
got some pictures if you want to bring them up, Dan.
Comedians in
At Perth
arena
doing stand
telling jokes.
Yeah. I've got a picture of Jack when Dan brings it up. Yeah, I went with Alicia, my sister. It was for her birthday. I literally took this photo.
This is you.
That's not that.
Hilarious.
That's Jack.
I'll put this in.
He literally said, he did this bit and he's like, all right, this is when you don't take photos. Apparently you're not allowed to take photos.
What?
full
And that's when
stop.
you took a photo.
He's like, don't take it. Well, when a comedian says don't take photos of this part,
Obviously,
you take the
that's exactly
photo.
what I mean.
So this is,
So what's it? What was the bit?
he was talking about how,
He's got his anyone listening. He's basically got his shirt like up over the back of his head,
I love you can see his Calvin
and like it's
Kleins.
kind of covering his ears, but it's a
Said
button-up
BT.
shirt, and then you can see a bit of his freaking belly at the bottom, and you can see his Calvin Klein underwear.
He's doing an ET. That's
Yeah.
what he said. He's like,
Oh, I
he's-
see.
He's
So
doing
it was
a
a
bit.
bit about ET.
Again, I was pretty drunk. I can't remember the full joke, nor would I
Yeah.
do it if I did know. But went to go see him. Really great show. He did an intermission, which apparently comedians
That is
don't
quite
do.
uncommon for
Yeah.
a comedy show for an intermission.
But he did intermission, and
And you said he had no opening act,
no,
which is also quite
he
interesting.
didn't. Which is weird. I don't know.
Normally, you would have one, and this is the same with music. You'd have like one act that you bring with you, and then one local act.
Yeah, well, Elton John didn't have an open act.
Yeah, but I mean, Elton John is his own opening act, really. if you
I
think about
guess.
it. I
That's
mean-
still, it's nice to see.
No, it is. It is. Well, especially because usually they pick someone. Like I said, they have someone that comes with them, and then they have someone local, and they're both of those people are usually more up and coming. So they're trying to sort of give them a bit of a boost.
Remember when the Hoods did Eminem? That was like,
That was wild.
that was wild.
That
I'm
was
hoping,
wild.
I'm hoping they'll open for Stormzy. I doubt it.
That
but
went wild.
I hope. Yeah, it did. I love my wild thoughts.
But
Yeah, intermission. I guess it was a bit.
yeah, that's an interesting thing for a comedian to do intermission. But
yeah,
you know,
he did what, and then that to me is an excuse to run off and get more beer.
well, I'm
Which is what I
surprised he
did,
didn't.
so-
It's becoming a much more of a
What?
popular thing for comedians, especially comedians, to. Have you ever had to put your phone in like one of those?
Yeah,
pouches?
no. But
Yeah, they have those
I was
pouches
thinking
where
they
you
might
put
do
your phone
that.
in.
Didn't
Yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Rock make you do
Chris
that?
Rock did, yeah. And apparently Dave Chappelle does. Apparently Aziz Ansari did it.
Yeah, but I love Jack, but like, you know,
Well, yeah, what's he got to say that's
Like,
controversial? Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I would
Unless he's going to
happily-
do a Kramer and like say the
Yeah,
M-word.
well, I'd love to see like opened me up. That's my first comedian show. Like, and
Yeah,
it was
it's good
fun.
No,
It was
good
fun.
No,
Like,
it is.
The more I got drunk, the better it was. And
once the crowd
Knew
warms
less
up,
joke.
well, that's why it's surprising that they didn't have an opener. Because Elton
that does.
Okay, the reason it's kind of okay for Elton to not have an opener is that people are excited to see Elton from the get go, whereas normally you have an opener to warm the crowd up.
How hard must it be an opener?
Because if you have the opener,
one came to see
the
you.
crowd kind of laughs. They get comfortable. It's like, you know, whereas normally when he started the show, was it a bit slow for the laughs to build? Because that happens at the beginning of a show.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, maybe because the more I got into the show, the more drunk I got. So
Yeah. But that's the thing. Normally, as the show goes on, the crowd gets a bit more comfortable with the comedian.
yeah,
It gets a bit more banter. Yeah.
it's a shame. Like, I could
Did
tell.
you do
I
any
was
crowd
really
work or no? Was
Yeah,
all sort of
yeah,
script-
yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
He did like I don't know. It's hard to tell what's in the set and what isn't
Yeah.
because like, but then sometimes like stuff would happen in the crowd and he would. I always like when comedians
Make
like
a reference. Yeah.
yeah when they actually address like a thing that happened in the crowd and he will just freeball
Yeah.
comedy, which
Well,
is really nice.
one of the guys we saw last night, he would ask people's names, and when they told him his names, he would tell them what it was in Scrabble's score. So he would like on the fly figure it out, and he would do like funny bits, like he'd be like, "Oh, 7. Oh, well, that guy was a 7. You guys are a perfect match." Like all that stuff. That was quite funny. And then the guy, the final act last night was really good. He was a white guy, but he was like, "I want to be a rapper," and he was like, "Whatever." But he was actually really good at not so much rapping, but just improvising and making it rhyme.
yeah.
And at the end, he did this thing. He was like, "All right, if you have any objects, hold them up, and I'll work every object into a rhyme." And he went through, and as he came to me, I gave him my AirPods. And he picked him up and he made a joke about like walking away with them, but then he gave them back. And I was just so drunk that I was like, I probably shouldn't give him my fucking AirPods, but I did. And he made a rhyme out of it all. Like,
You taking your fucking AirPods out of your
they were just in my pocket, and I reached in and I was like, well, I can't give him like my driver's license, so I'm just gonna fucking give him my AirPods.
I feel that.
But anyway, sorry. So
Yeah. No, so it's intermission, and then I went to go grab. I went to grab 2 beers, and I went and sat back down. Alicia went to the toilet.
oh, this is your old flame story.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
old
I
flame
see.
story.
Okay,
I
okay.
saw someone I went on a couple of dates with her. And I swear to God,
Did you see this woman in intermission?
No, because I knew she was there because before I went in, she like tagged into checked into the
on
Perth
Facebook.
Arena,
Yeah,
and she's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
can't wait
yeah.
to see Jack, ETC. And I love Heart Reacted it. We haven't spoken for a while because I guess things kind of ended a bit weirdly.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, whatever, I'll be nice. And I'm going. So I like love Heart Reacted it. I don't know why. I was a bit drunk. But anyway, I sit back down.
Liquid
and because there were like a couple of seats in front of us, just no one to take him, I sat back down to my normal spot. And I see this girl like hopping down the stairs. Not walking down, like literally jumping over seats
Jesus.
to get to the
Yeah.
free spot. I'm like, what a hooligan. And I turn around and
You are Joe Pesci right now.
maybe if you're her, I was
Yeah.
probably about here.
Okay, so like 2 or 3 meters. Yeah. Very close.
Very much in eye distance.
I
And
see.
I literally did the old. And she hadn't seen me. And I literally sat
Just
back
a
down.
subtle stare right
Well,
at her.
I
and
just
then-
couldn't believe it.
That
Right?
she
I've
was
got a
there.
photo if you want to bring it up.
Of her.
And I did send a Snapchat, and I've literally marked them all out. I'm not trying to dox this girl.
No,
She's a
no,
sweet girl.
lovely.
You see, I've uncolored it, and you can see my caption. Had to put us in it as well.
Oh, look at that.
Dan's getting used to the buns. Perfect.
Oh, baby.
So what do I say?
So you said.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it says, how is a girl I used to date in the front of me in this show? There's thousands of people here. Someone is fucking with me. And there were. That's the thing.
So she specifically hopped over to sit where you were.
yeah, but she didn't know I was there until she sat down.
Shit.
So we both were like, she didn't, so we obviously clearly noticed that we were next to each other without knowing. So like she sat down, I looked at her, she didn't see me, I turned around. At some point she must have seen me.
She must have seen you.
Yeah, well she did because the show, he came back on and the lights went down and I was like, thank fuck for that. And then the minute he went off stage.
That's the worst when the lights are up.
Yeah, well it was
And
like
you
a
can
good 5
see
minutes.
them. Oh gosh.
Actually, I cracked a joke to Alicia because like I heard her laughing at one point. I said to Alicia, like, she never laughed that much around me. But at the time, I thought she was on a date with someone.
Yeah.
She was with a guy. And I was with Alicia, which is my sister. So when I left the show.
So maybe she thought you were on a date.
Well, she did because she texted me. And she didn't say hello. She was like, how was your date? And I put, that's my sister. More like, how was your date? She's like, no, that's my neighbor. I was like, oh, cool. And then, nah, I said,
Valentine's.
do you know how Aiden said to me in the group chat this week? We have a group chat, me, Aiden, and Dan, and he was like, oh, Connor, how'd it go with what's her face? And I was like, mate, she shut me down big time. And I kind of did get shut down because I was like, I said something, and it's clear that she was not texting me to try and get things back going.
I see. It was a bit of a wag the finger in the face.
But what
situation.
were the chances? Like, I swear, like the arena full
That
of
is
all
so
those
funny.
people, and she
And you
happens to
happen
sit
to
down
sit
there.
right near.
And you know, I couldn't believe it. I got a bit embarrassed because she has seen my doodle, so you know, I got a bit embarrassed.
I see. Yeah. No, I get it. I get
It's a bit embarrassing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, can I tell the escort story?
Well, I will just
do you have
add to
something
what
first?
you, well, I'll
Yeah,
add
go
to
on.
what you said
Go on.
a couple
Sorry,
of years ago.
I'm looking at the time.
No,
but-
I love it. I love your time consciousness. But about a couple of years ago, actually,
Go on.
we went to watch a play in Perth at the Royal Theatre, and we went, and I.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, that's all right. You hit me with the crickets right now.
I didn't know what button it was.
I'm still getting crickets right now. Look,
Sorry.
this is-
What am I supposed to do?
No, that's all right. Don't worry. We are gonna. I'll sort this all out so we can get proper sounds and everything working soon. Stay tuned for that. But anyway, so a couple of years ago, we went to this theater show, and we were there, and we were in the crowd, and same as you, not in front of us, next to us. And I'll only refer to this woman as Peter.
Yes.
I won't.
Yes.
I won't say last names or anything.
That's
but
controversial, man.
She basically used to be my drama teacher at high school, and she hated me. I was drama prefect.
For a reason.
Well, I was the drama prefect in year 12. Well, the reason is that I went on a drama tour. Aiden was on it. My girlfriend, Kath, that's actually where we met. She was on it. And Kath was the writer of the show, and I was in it. And we weren't really, they were like, ooh, it's a bit controversial for you guys to be flirting and dating. And I think because of that, she didn't like me. Also, I was a fucking classic, you know, whatever, 16, 17-year-old on that trip. I had fun.
16.
I pissed her the hell off, and I
think
didn't
you were
regret it.
15. No.
I don't know. But anyway, she really did not like me after that
No, she never forgive you for that.
tour, and also for dating Kath. And the entire rest of the year, I was drama prefect for her department, and we never spoke once.
Well,
The
to be
entire
fair, you
year we
didn't.
did
What
not
the fuck
speak
did you do
once.
as drama prefect? That's
No,
not your fault.
I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything.
No, but she never ever
Gave you a
approached
job,
me.
yeah.
She never asked me to do anything. She never involved me.
I
in
think you spoke in
anything
assembly once.
once
Yeah.
for drama. Yeah. One time.
Well, I'm drama prefect. Everyone's like, it's like fucking
yeah,
3/4 of the
people
year.
were like,
Where
wait,
have you
you
been?
are? People were like,
You
I didn't
didn't
even
do
know there was a
anything.
drama prefect.
It's not your fault, but you didn't do anything.
No, I
They never
didn't.
made you do anything.
Well, it was a bit of a bogus position because
Did
that
anyone run for it?
basically there had been a head boy vote, and I went for it, and I didn't get it, but I got into the like final interviewing stage of the head boy process, and basically I didn't become head boy, and then I also didn't become house captain of my house.
For Flory.
And basically the principal came and was like, look, Dan,
We'll throw you a bone.
literally, he was like, you know, you can be drama prefect. We don't want to, you know what I mean? He was trying his best not to make me feel like shit
Too late.
because I was super unpopular. Anyway, so this, with all that context, this drama teacher, we went to a play and we sat down and we noticed that she was literally 2 seats next to us.
Fuck's sake.
She was like, as in,
remember you
she
telling
was
me
there
that.
with a woman, and it was that woman, and then it was her. It was the fucking. We were like trying so hard. It was me and Kath, the 2 people she did not like, and we were trying so hard
that's
to
the thing, though, like, you-
avoid eye contact and
I
not
try
have her
to,
see us.
I
It
try
was
to say
terrible.
like to myself, like, you know, enjoy your show. Like, don't worry about them.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't an issue massively. I'm sure you had the same thing. Where you're like, I want
Yeah.
to enjoy this, but now,
Exactly.
now I'm
the whole
worried
time
about. Yeah.
I'm just thinking about
I
have
remember
they
just
seen me.
And even when I was laughing, I was like, oh no.
yeah, I don't want to laugh too loud.
Can she?
Well, that's the thing.
Because she'll
We
be like,
kept.
who the fuck's laughing so loud? Oh, it's him. Like,
Yeah. This
I'm a
this
very
particular
extinct laugh because I laugh on an in.
this
So a lot of people go, you know, I do. I go.
yes.
So
you
people
do.
like.
people are like,
That's
what's
probably
this
how
guy?
she saw me.
Well, that's the thing is that this particular woman also has a very distinct laugh.
She
and
does.
she kept laughing. Yeah. She kept laughing during the show. And so we were like, oh God. And then during the intermission, we were like, shit, don't like run. It was a whole weird thing. Anyway, so I've been where you've been, and it is definitely awkward. I can relate to that.
Chances though, come on, someone is fucking with me. Like I said on there, like.
So I believe that your next story, something about
Yeah.
you were lonely on Valentine's Day, so you called a male escort. Or
You're hilarious,
is that-
Dan. You're so funny. I had to call my dad today and say, "Can you send me these photos?"
Oh my god! So is that what I'm getting?
I
at
didn't
now?
have them personally,
Is that this photo?
but yeah, don't read it yet.
Oh my
don't read
God.
them yet. So basically, God, I said don't read them.
Sorry, I won't read them.
dare
I didn't read them. I didn't read them. Sorry. I
So-
thought you meant don't read them out loud.
We were working in this job in Leaderville,
Alright,
and we had this skip which was full of all kinds of rubbish and stuff.
Yeah.
We took our original deck and we were putting in a new one.
Yeah.
Lots of timber, old and new, getting thrown into the skip. What we
Love
didn't
it.
need.
Yeah.
Anyway, I rocked up one day with Dad, and I'm just doing my normal thing, and I go to the skip because Dad's like, "Oh, you grab a bit of timber." Because normally, if I'm going to write down measurements, I'll write down on a piece of timber which we're not using or need to use.
Right.
So I can go up to like the saw and I know exactly what to cut. Anyway, a good place to find a bit of timber you don't need is the skip. So I went to the skip and I grabbed a bit of timber to write on, and I noticed in the skip all of these like items which have been written on, some wood, some cardboard, as you'll see in the photo in a second.
Oh god.
And I read
dear.
some of them, and I thought it was really strange because of what it said. But then I turned to Dad and I was like, "Oh, Dad, did you write on some stuff and throw it into the skip?" Because like sometimes Dad will do the same thing. He'll write down
yeah.
on timber and stuff, and he's like, "No, what are you talking about?" I'm like, "There's stuff in the skip."
Oh
And I
god.
read a few of the things
Oh,
that were written
Jesus.
down, and it was so peculiar. And before I show you the photo as well, what's really weird is
no.
he repeated himself a lot.
Whoever
when
wrote
writing.
these
Whoever wrote, like,
notes.
he's written down, I believe, 5 different things.
Well, I believe you've even censored some.
Yeah, I had to censor some of it because it had his address and his number on it.
Jesus.
So clearly what's happened is he is offering services. He is obviously low on cash, which he keeps repeating a lot on.
So do you
that he
think
wrote
this
down.
person was the person who lives there, or just maybe lives in the neighborhood, or what?
Well, he put down his address. I didn't look
Oh,
where
I
it is, but
see.
it
You
was
weren't
it was
sure.
in the area because he said it was in like
Oh,
North,
I see. Okay.
South Perth, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was in the area.
Jesus.
He clearly had walked past and seen that we were working, which is the weirdest part. And
Wait, so they weren't there at the beginning of the day?
no, I left the day before.
Yeah.
And I come back in the morning and there's all these things in the skip.
Oh my god.
The weirdest part is it's dark at night and there's no light.
Light.
So I don't know when he did them.
So he would have either had to take the wood somewhere else to
Yeah.
write it and then brought it back.
Also,
Wow, that's
the
weird.
writing, he clearly isn't like homeless because he has a home, he has like a number, and also the writing and grammar isn't that bad, as you'll see.
Yeah, okay.
So if you want to bring it up,
Oh my god.
and you can read it if you want. It's
So
kind of
this
hard
is
to
a
read.
mystery. So
It was peculiar.
do you think this person was sending you a message?
I hate to say it, but probably because my
And-
dad's
and-
nearly 60.
A bit of a bear in the gay community. He could
Well,
pass off, he could be an older, wiser gay man.
he's I love it. He's puts down his nickname. His code name is Rob.
Oh,
I left that part out in the photo, and he's offering basically sexual favors.
Jesus
And
Christ.
he's written down that he's clean shaven. He can do a toy show for
What?
$150. Well, if you bring
So
it,
he's advertising specifically to
if you
men.
bring it up, yeah, it's specifically to men because he's doing a male on male show. And I love the fact that he mentions that he's clean shaven. And I try to take out as much as I could. I got my dad to send me this because he sent it to his boys. So he's 49 years of age, called Rob. He's clean shaven.
This is up here.
Any work, male
Clean
plus male, discreet.
Any work, male plus male, discreet $50. What? What?
What I've blocked out is his number. Look, you
Yeah,
see how
yeah,
he
yeah.
repeats himself?
Rob, discreet, weed and little cash.
Need a
Oh
little
my-
cash.
Weed
Yeah.
and need a little cash.
French ETC. full
Thanks
service.
you. French, etc. Nice French, etc. Full service, $50. Oh my god. Perth also $20. Make
how he repeats
male
himself?
massive clean shine.
Shaving, yeah.
What?
Male plus male
That is
massage.
so weird. What is this?
Basically, he was saying there to leave or
Please
at some point.
leave phone
Yeah.
number.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
he
god.
would come back and collect it. So
Oh
leave
my
your number.
God.
He'd come back at the end of the day and collect. Need any work? There's a toy show one.
Oh my god. So what is
$100
this?
a toy
Male
show.
and male massage, any
Any
work.
work.
Need a little cash. Nice. What is this? Nice pole. Service French.
Full service
Ah,
French.
full service
Yeah,
French.
toy show.
$100 toy show
No
shaving.
time limit.
No time
As long
limit.
as it takes you to orgasm, I presume.
Oh my God.
God.
Jesus Christ. Clean cut shaven. This is weird. Male and male, $50 for 1 hour. What?
Basically, at some point
Call
on here, he wrote,
back.
yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Rob.
Name's Rob. Oh, Jesus.
So he basically, he put his full address, his number, and
Fuck.
he indicated for me to, or whoever, to write their number in and just leave
God.
it here. So he would come back.
It's fucking bizarre.
And he'd come back and apparently take it. And
Oh my God.
that was a few weeks ago.
That is
And it's really
so
bad
weird.
because I felt pretty shitty to be to about it on a live show. And
Wow.
But, you know,
Well-
the minute I saw it, I was like,
Hey,
that's
may-
such a good podcast story.
Maybe he was wanting the free advertising. You know what I mean? Maybe he appreciated.
I just instantly thought, what a great story to bring
That
up on the
is
podcast.
Seriously bizarre. That is really, really weird.
I generally felt very uncomfortable at work.
What the fuck?
And nothing happens from there.
Well, that kind of also implies that he's watching you.
That's the thing that really creeped me out.
Wow.
And you know, and I started to get
Oh my
freaked out. I
God.
remember at one point, people kept walking past, and I remember one guy walked past and he said, "Dex, looking good, mate." I was like, "Cheers," and he's like, "I'll come back and check it out later." And I was like, "Does he mean the deck or the bit in the?"
Oh.
And I was like,
maybe that was the
I was
guy.
like, "Rob, is that you?"
Every time someone walks past, you're going to be like,
That's the thing.
Rob, is that?
And Dad took the photos to send to his boys, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Shit, I got to get those photos off him today to show you and the show."
so funny.
But how peculiar! Nothing like that's ever happened.
What a
at work.
way to advertise your services.
But do you get what I mean by he just repeats himself?
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like,
you're good with spelling. Like, there weren't that many grammar mistakes, were there?
no, they weren't mistakes, but it's interesting that he went through such the effort to.
Yes.
It's almost as if he was meaning to put one piece in different people's.
That's
does
what
that make
I
sense?
thought. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
But he
each one
didn't,
is an
yeah.
advertisement on its own.
Yeah,
But if
but-
they're all in the same skip,
That's what I didn't get.
I don't know.
Mum was like, "Oh, maybe he was worried that you would throw stuff in and one would get lost, and it was like an easier way for him to see it, like I would see it."
It's
But
so
I was like,
weird.
"Yeah, no, it really made me feel quite sick."
That is bizarre.
Like, do what you want. I don't care. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care. But
but
that was really strange.
that definitely implies that you've been checked
watched.
out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what freaked me out. Like, at the time, the guy we worked with wasn't in because he'd broken his hand. So it was just me and Dad
but you
working.
don't know though, because it didn't say anything like, "Hey, you builders," or like there was nothing specific to you. So maybe it was like, yeah, that is weird. That is weird though.
I don't know.
Maybe someone else got those messages and they threw them in your skip.
That's what
yeah,
I
so
thought.
maybe
But then that's still that's still 5 of them.
but that's why they would all be together though.
That's
that
the
make
thing. I
sense?
don't know if someone else got them and then they
Yeah.
just threw them in, or it was a joke. But like I
But,
said,
okay,
the full
that's
address,
a pretty able joke
yeah, but the full
go-
address was on there, the full number was on there, and
Oh my
like I
God,
said,
that is
you
weird.
can see I marked it out, but I just
Well, I
remember
think the
being
fact it says
feeling
male and
sick.
male does imply that it
he's-
was sort of towards you.
Yeah, well,
Do you know what I mean? Or at least towards builders in general.
and he was just saying that he was like clean shaven
tradies.
and stuff, and
Clean shaven, that is so
it,
funny.
I
Full French service, Jesus.
nothing that's ever happened to me at work, and I'm all over with jobs. I've seen all kinds of people. I've met them all over the last like 3.5 years,
That is so
but
funny.
nothing like that's ever happened.
That's so weird because like you would think maybe he comes over, gives you like a card or like a.
Yeah, he didn't show himself. Well, it's right.
He never introduced himself. That's the weird part to
That's
me.
what I don't get really. Like,
I mean, a fella like that doesn't seem shy. Let me just
No.
put it that way. So
I mean, like I said, the thing that baffles me again is that he just put his address,
that
and
is
his
bizarre.
number?
That is weird.
like, and he was just indicating that we left our numbers on the thing, and he would contact us.
Yeah. So leave. Yeah. It said leave your number. Yeah, that is strange. But if
Not-
he's
not-
leaving his address, then he's open. He's leaving it open that you could just show up at his
Just show
house.
up, yes.
That is really weird.
But it's strange. It's like, why does he need money? It's like if he has a house clearly and a phone number, he's clearly got money to pay bills,
Yeah.
but he needs extra work. So like, so what's your job? Like, what do you do?
Shit. I mean, look, that's
So many questions.
I gotta feel sorry for the lad because that's not a great rate that he's working on. What's that? $50 for?
Oh, it depended what you wanted.
Well, no, but there was one that was like $50 for unlimited
the
time,
toy show
wasn't
was
it?
$100.
$100 unlimited time. I mean, okay, I suppose if as
What
long
the
as you
fuck's a toy
don't.
show? Is it like dildos and stuff?
I wonder if the toy show does he do it on himself and you just watch, or is that I don't know. It's
Well, there's no time limit. Thank God.
Well, there you go. You know, so I suppose you got enough time to figure it out, but.
But this
That
isn't
is
like
so
it wasn't even
bizarre.
like a dodgy area. It's a very nice area in Leaderville. It's
so
very
weird.
it's a very old house, but it was really nice.
That is so strange.
It was like historical area, which
yeah.
can't be touched by the Shire. Like if you're gonna
Wow.
do work on the house, you have to like
really
go
get
through
it
them
approved.
and you have to get
Holy
approved.
shit.
So it's a very nice area. It's literally it's like 5 minutes from Luna, which is where we're going on Friday, Monday. Sorry,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
it's like 5 minutes from there.
Wow.
So it's a nice area. It's really nice, but
Yeah.
I've never had anyone ever do something like that. And it
Well,
was
it's
just
interesting
peculiar.
that people would be in that area and sort of struggling as well. That's kind of an interesting thing too.
It was just peculiar. I generally just
Shit.
felt a bit sick all day. I was like, well, someone's been watching.
Yeah, that is.
It
weird.
kind of makes you feel like no matter what, you can just be living.
No, that
your
is
normal
always
life
weird
and
when
just being watched.
if anyone leaves you a note, even if it's like a note of like a while ago. I don't know if I told this story on the podcast. A while ago, we live in an apartment. This is an apartment, and we have communal bins out there. You know when you
yeah.
I think I told you a while ago.
I don't know.
We have 2 green bins. Well, we had 2 green bins out there.
Someone's told
And
me.
then a while ago, well, no, we used to have 3. I think someone stole 1, but then we only had 2. But then a while ago, like a couple of weeks ago, one guy, I assume one of my neighbors, put a note on the top of the bin and said, I think it said fucking. It was like, don't fucking use my bin again or
Wasn't it
I
communal
will.
bin, though?
Well, it was like, or I'll take your bin bag out and leave it on your doorstep or something like. It was like really like fucking macho, ooh, you know, I'm a big man kind of shit. But he basically wrote that note, and I got to say, when you read that, you're like, it is anything where people are implying they're watching you. You're a bit like, shit, is this directed at me?
At me, yeah.
And it was so stupid. It was like, it's a fucking communal bin. It's out in the public. Of course, people are going to use it. If you leave a bin out, people are going to use it. Sorry for my beautiful legs there. And then like a week later, the bin was gone. So I presume they keep it in their garage now, you know, and they don't leave it out. But
world's funny
but the
place,
next
man.
day, the very next day, the little note was gone because I was gonna write like a funny reply, and like stick it on
I'm
there.
sure he'd see you do that. Well, maybe not.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, this is weird. The whole thing was weird. But then he must have just decided, oh, I'll keep the bin in my garage or something, you know. But it was really weird. And now there's only one bin for me and I don't know which neighbor, but one of our neighbors, you know. So that's kind of annoying. We don't use that much trash, but you know, the thing about living in an apartment, you're like, can we have another bin? And the landlord just fucking doesn't hear you. It's like in one ear, out the other, you know. But you know, I'm in the middle of fixing a towel rail, by the way.
Why don't you ask me?
Well, I was
my
going
fucking
to.
job.
Well, have a look if you don't mind, and then I'll let you know. I'll be like, am I doing it right? I think I'm doing it right.
Probably not.
I got all the instructions.
No offense, but man,
You know,
you put a number on your door and it's pissed.
Oh yeah, that number is fucked.
Oh, I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, our door, because we live in an apartment. Obviously, there's like A, B, C, and all that. And I won't say which one we are.
That's why I didn't say. I was about to go.
But like, you know, we wanted to put our letter on our door.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if we got one from Bunnings and did it, I did it myself. I drilled the hole and all that stuff. It's definitely not. Yeah, I definitely could have done a better job.
If you want me to do it, I will. But
And I
I don't know
definitely would have
how
done
did
a
you
better
put a
job.
tower rack up when you're renting?
I just drilled a hole. Or I'm drilling holes right now.
How are you drilling a hole into the wall?
I got a fucking special drill bit that
I
goes
don't
into tiles.
I think that's okay. Well, all right.
Yeah, look,
Many things can go wrong there.
I looked this
love
shit
how
up.
it's my job and you didn't
I
even
looked this
ask.
shit up. Well, I was gonna ask you because I'm wanting to build a TV cabinet soon, so I was gonna ask you about that because I know you recently built one with your dad, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I was gonna ask you about it because I want to do that
Cool.
for my house. So I was gonna consult you about that. But the towel rail, I wanted to, but I kind of
Have
just
you got plugs and stuff?
I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. Yeah, I've got all the stuff I need. Yeah,
All right.
look at us, fucking
I'm just a bit upset you didn't ask me.
functional adults right now.
Fuck, I'm so late.
All right, shall we wrap this up?
Yeah.
Thank you for all your wonderful stories.
Yeah, sorry if I rattled on a bit too much about myself, but
No, that was actually a really good show. You know, we kept it topical, we kept it
we're
light.
back weekly
fun.
now, so
Fucking love it. Yeah, that's right. So, folks, we're back weekly to weekly episodes. We took a little break there, but stay tuned. You'll be having stuff coming right at you, like yeah, exactly, like that sound effect. So, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. You better come back, otherwise it'll be your head.
or I'll kill you.
Come back next time
I'll
and
be
find
leaving
out.
notes in your.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you don't come and watch the next episode, we'll find you and leave notes on your bin, in your skip,
Everywhere.
the whole.
You can't escape us.
We'll even track you down at comedy shows and just sit next to you and laugh really
Nice
loud.
throwback to the show, man.
Yeah, good stuff. All right.
Cheers.
Thanks, everybody.
By the way, I love you lots. See ya.
Mwah.
Bye.